Hi guys, awesome that you've tuned in. Today we are going to just talk along a little bit about a few subjects that are basically important for me. I think they could be also important for you guys out there. First, what I would like to start is, when you think about watch collecting, you have to understand that there are a few mistakes that you can make, you know, when you go out and try to start collecting vintage watches, for example. Let's take the Omega Speedmaster. And when you then think about, you have a variety of possibilities to get a Omega Speedmaster. Let's say you would like to have a 321, then you can have a pre-Moonwatch or an 861. These are all the movement options, and even much more, of course. But when you're going out and you would like to buy yourself such a Omega Speedmaster, wow, an eagle just flew by. When you would like to buy such an Omega Speedmaster, you have to really make sure you have the real deal, because Omega Speedmasters are, man, I'm telling you, you can really buy yourself into a headache. And why is that? Well, people like to buy aftermarket parts, and it's really nothing against an aftermarket part, as long as it's not, you know, a trademark infringement. But if you have an aftermarket bezel, for example, and you are writing it down into your description, hey, I'm selling this beautiful Omega Speedmaster, man on the moon, with a aftermarket bezel on it, then it's okay, in my opinion, if the other party that would like to purchase the watch is paying $2,000 less, okay, than the average price around. But if you're not disclosing that issue, you as a buyer, you know, you're overpaying, and you don't know the whereabouts and whatabouts of your watch, you know. So it's very important when you are going out to buy yourself, if you would like to collect vintage watches, to get back to the subject, a watch that is in all its parts original. And with Omega, it's super dangerous, because you really have to understand what you're doing. It's like if you go to the stock market and you haven't got a clue about anything, you will lose money. And that's the same with watches. If you ain't got a clue what you're doing, you will lose money. There are many people out there that would like to do you good, but then there are certain, you know, bad apples out there that only look for profit. And some of them, bad apples, are doing that even for a living, because no one really getting what they're buying into. And for me, it's very important that you guys understand, Omega has to have the right hands, the right dial, the right bezel, the right case, the right dust cover, the right movement. You have to have the right movement number, the right case back, the right bracelet, the right end links, and the right clasp for a certain model and year. So they are all very different, and you sometimes see if the watch head is good. And with watch head, I'm talking about, as I said, the case and the bezel and stuff like that. So the head is good. Some people like to swap out the bracelets. You know, it can be because they bought it from somewhere, you know, bought it from a flea market, thought it's a good deal, but it's not. And you end up then with a good head, okay, but with a non-matching bracelet, end links, and clasp to the model year. And stuff can really go out of hand if you pay, for example, a $22,000 to $30,000 watch, and you know, you bring it to a professional and they tell you, hey, the case is not original to the model year. They even swap out the cases with aftermarket cases. So you really have to be very you know, you paid them for a $2,000 watch because it turns out to be a Frank and nothing really matches. The movement number doesn't match to the case, and there are so many things that you guys have to understand what is playing a role if you would like to buy yourself into a beautiful but real vintage watch. And now I'm going to the subject papers. People would say, never ever it will happen to me that I buy a Omega Speedmaster Frankenwatch because I got the papers. Wow, man. That's a statement, right? But think about it. If someone from Thailand, Taiwan, China is able to fake a case, what do you think is that person able to do to a cardboard card, which is called the warranty card of a Omega Speedmaster? Same goes to the boxes, guys. Also have to be careful with everything. So I rather, and that is what I do, I rather buy a naked watch where I know 100% that the watch is good. Instead, you know, a watch with boxes and papers from 65, 69, 70s, 80s, whatever. So before you go out and would like to have such a watch, I am telling you guys, you have to make sure that thing is a real deal. So if you have people around you that are a little bit inclined into watches, forget it. You have to be a little bit more inclined into watches to understand the game. Yeah, that is basically the information that I wanted to share in this video with you guys. I hope you found it really helpful. And if that was the case, please write down in the comments below what you thought about the video, and did you knew what I told you right now about the informations, about the precautions, about all the important details in regards of Omega Speedmaster. Oh, it's dangerous. Probably I can pass it, guys. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, and guys, if you like that video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Love you guys.